This is Cubs Radio.
Cubs Radio.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully you'll get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knockem Dead Comedy for your event today.
How do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how do you say that?
Hi there. It is Tuesday. It is June.
Summer solstice.
It is June summer solstice. It's
Juneteenth. No.
June
summer solstice.
June summer solstice.
Yes.
June 21st. June 21st. It's summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. And you get to spend it with Hershey and Keegan.
That's true. You know what? I bet you. No, their show starts at 9. 9:15. It's still light out on summer solstice.
It's the longest day of the year. That's when the sun goes down, 9:15.
So it'll still be dark when we're done, but
yes.
And I only say that because Mark's always afraid to walk outside. So
even
today,
I
have to protect him.
I thought it was had something to do with being up Keegan's ass.
No.
Oh.
No.
Welcome everybody to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. That's the name of the Facebook page. That's the name of the YouTube channel. But we are interacting with you guys on the YouTube channel. So please comment on the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up. And please subscribe to the page. Copy and share the link. And share the link on all your social medias. And tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, including this one. And yes, please interact with us on YouTube because it's Tuesday Trivia.
Dun, dun, dun.
We need to see your bad answers.
When did you do the trivia?
What do you mean?
I don't know. When did you do it?
Oh, when did I
morning?
get my questions together?
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Okay. I don't know. I just didn't see you doing it.
Yeah, I was doing it. Were you
were
doing
doing it? No, I did it long ago.
Long ago in
I
a
was
galaxy far,
afraid.
far away. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, where this weekend you will see Irene Bremis. You will also see Moody McCarthy.
Moody?
Moody.
Like in a bad mood?
Or in a good mood.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I have to make it negative.
Don't be negative.
It could be a happy mood.
That's right. Hey, on Saturday, you can see Fat Jay, John Butera, Emily Santosis, Dan LaRocco, Joe Cravella, and a bunch of others here in the Giggle Room. I guess we're not seeing them here today, in here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they usually come in for trivia. Maybe that's something to do.
I invited them. I didn't really get a response. But I also proposed to them that we should just make it official where every Tuesday they come in here for trivia.
That might be too much. Not for us, but for them. They're youngins. They've got a life.
On the patio this weekend, the Rocco and Travis roast battle with Kathy Arnold, Nick Tardo, and others. At the brokerage this weekend, Tim Crompier. McGuire's on Friday, the John Butera birthday party with Rich Rader, Courtney Otera, and others. That's on Friday. Elliot Chang on Saturday. Go to govs.com, govs.com. Check out the full schedule and make yourself some reservations to some great comedy shows. And go to knockemdeadcomedy.com and make some reservations to some great comedic murder mystery shows. Knockem Dead Comedy, we got a few shows going on this summer. We're lining up our full schedule right now. So go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to see what we're doing. And also get some info on us, who we are, find out who we are, what we do. We perform comedic, audience interactive murder mysteries and game shows. You're having a corporate event, having a fundraiser, private affair, or you just...
Private affair?
A private affair. We'll entertain your affair.
Don't cheat people.
Or you just have an establishment and you want to sell tickets. You can hire Knockem Dead Comedy to perform at your event. knockemdeadcomedy.com. All right, so again, it is Tuesday Trivia. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. But before we get to Tuesday Trivia, what do we got? What's going on?
What do you got?
What do I got?
You got stuff?
Lots going on in the world of comedy today.
Why? No one died, I hope.
No one died.
Good.
But,
enough of that death stuff.
But is comedy dying?
Or people being yelled at for bullshit again?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, first we have...
what did Mike Keegan do now?
Yeah, right. Well, first we have Amy Schumer.
Oh.
She...
she's in something. Some movie coming up.
Well, she's got a show called Life and Beth.
No, she's in a show coming up.
Okay. And she's she's saying that she's going to have a shift in her stand-up, starting with what she's calling the whore tour. It definitely used to be fully a persona, her act. But now she feels good as she gets as I get closer to me, she says.
She feels good about what? Her whorish ways?
Just being honest with herself, I guess. I love playing a monster, just like the worst white woman, but I'm getting further and further away from that in my act. The change has happened gradually after educating herself about the effects jokes can have on audiences.
Oh, so she is bailing on jokes. At first I thought you were saying that like this tour is just going to be this is who she is and she's going to say whatever joke she wants. But you're saying now she realized who she is and she's a baby and going to back down.
That is pretty much what I'm saying.
Oy.
Right. Because her act used to be a lot of dirty stuff, fat shaming herself and whatnot. And now she's saying there's going to be a shift. Seeing the harm. Schumer was seeing the harm and joking around about things that are harmful and taking more responsibility and having it not just be about trying to sneak into this boys' club. Right, because that's what the boys' club is. We're just, talking, we just like to harm each other.
I don't get it.
With women's reproductive rights threatened on a national scale, Schumer backed a New York bill to provide abortion care across the state. The actress also led a petition for safer portrayals of firearms in TV shows and films in the wake of the massacre in Uvalde. While hosting the 2022 Oscars, Schumer briefly commented on the genocide going on in Ukraine and women and trans people losing all their rights in the U.S. And of course, because we know Chappelle and Ricky Gervais recently came under fire for transphobic comments in their respective Netflix stand-up specials. Chappelle's The Closer led to protests against Netflix in October 2021 after leaked Netflix employee communications showed that the streamer suspended trans employees who criticized the release of Chappelle's stand-up. Gervais's May 2022 special called Supernature included quips about new women with beards and cocks. At the end of the special, Gervais issued a disclaimer that his comments on the trans community were solely for shock value. Full disclosure, in real life, of course, I support trans rights. I support all human rights, and trans rights are human rights. Live your best life. Use your preferred pronouns. Be the gender that you feel you are.
Well, he even went because I saw that special and he was perfect. He was like, this is the problem. Here's the joke. It's a joke. And, and he laid it out. It's meant for everyone to laugh. It's a joke. I obviously don't feel this way, and he just handled it fine. I don't know what Amy Schumer does. I mean, there's nothing in her stand-up that is offensive to women. I don't know why she's even saying that.
I like Amy Schumer. I like her a lot, but I'm finding it harder and harder to like her.
The only thing I have with her is, kind of like when you see YouTube clips, she's a bit of a joke stealer. That's like the only thing that when I think of her now, I think of that. But I don't know. I think she's fine. But
that's the thing, I mean, this is, in my opinion, this is almost like Rosie O'Donnell all over again. Rosie O'Donnell, when she first started out here on Long Island, fantastic, hilarious, one of the best comedians I think ever, in my opinion. But then she gets a show, she has some success, and her head blows up. And then she feels she has to save the world, and then she has to go on, and she feels that everybody, has the same opinions that she has, and if you don't, well, then she blasts you. This just reeks of that all over again. Amy Schumer has some success, she does, get some exposure, and now everywhere she goes, she has to give her opinion on things, and
yeah,
not that there's anything wrong with that to an extent, but these people seem to forget what their job is.
Yeah.
Their job is to entertain. These people go to see Rosie, go to see Amy Schumer, to be entertained because they're trying to get away from these other things.
I feel like Ricky Gervais, he's trying to like save comedy. He's trying to like let the he's trying to get the pendulum to swing just a little bit back to normalcy, where comedians shouldn't be afraid for a fantastic joke.
Everybody, no matter who you are, should have a sense of humor about who you are, what you're doing.
Yeah.
So what? They're poking fun. So what?
That's what you're like. I mean, seriously,
what?
I've been at wakes with Tony where his friends like trip him in the aisle. Like, who trips a guy with like one leg?
That was hilarious, by the way.
Like that, you're supposed to have fun and make people laugh, and everything's good-hearted. And whenever a really great comic says to himself, "Oh, I can't do that joke," I mean, that's a bad thing for the world.
And you're telling me Amy Schumer, she she's educating herself about the effects jokes can have on audiences. You're telling me everybody in that audience, you're telling me they haven't picked fun at something?
Yeah.
Give me a break. And then I don't like this. She was seeing the harm in joking around about things that are harmful and taking more responsibility and having it not just be about trying to sneak into this boys' club.
I would love to see like an example of what joke she's talking about, because she doesn't say anything offensive.
But I'm offended by the boys' club comment. It's not just the boys' club, Amy Schumer. Again, you have Rosie O'Donnell, you have Joan Rivers, you had Cal Burnett.
It's a little bit of a boys' club. I mean, you can't be mad about that when, there's 100 comics to, and 98 of them will be men and 2 will be women. But like I always say, you know what? Then they're not. I don't think they're being held back. Just come out and do it. Like whenever, and I've seen that here at Governor's, where there'll be like a new female comic.
There's tons of great female comedians,
and they throw them
Governor's
out there all the time just to help them out, more so than they do the guys.
Carrie Karavis, Olga Namer, Mary Capone, Michelle Fox, Eileen Bremis is headlining Governors this weekend. Who's that one that comes here a lot? Oh, what the hell's her name? Ah, damn.
Oh, if it was a guy, you would have remembered.
Oh, you're a dick.
No, I mean, I'm with you on that. I don't know why I don't know why she said any of that. I don't know why she said the boys' club. I don't know why
Christy
she said
Miller. What's her name? She was just she did our show a few weeks ago. Tammy Pescatelli. I mean, there's a ton of them.
She's so funny.
Kathy Arnold. So now Dave Chappelle has decided against having his name attached to a new performing arts theater at his old high school, following student backlash to his controversial Netflix special.
He put all the money into making that. I mean, I don't know if you saw the special on that, but he went back to his old high school and made it like the most beautiful university you've ever walked on campus, with every bit of technology that you would ever need. And if any one of those little dicks had anything bad to say about Dave Chappelle, they should go somewhere else.
But that's what happened. Monday night at the Duke Ellington School of the Arts in Washington, D.C., they were having a ceremony. The ceremony had been delayed since November after students at the school criticized the comedian for his special The Closer, which featured a number of jokes that have been widely criticized as transphobic. So
I saw that special. I thought it was fantastic.
So at the ceremony, Chappelle directly broached the rift between him and the student body, making it clear that he was hurt by the backlash. Chappelle said no matter what they say about The Closer, it is still one of the most watched specials on Netflix. It was a masterpiece.
And it was. Sorry to interrupt you, but it was. And one of the things that he does is he talks about this new lesbian comic that just went to all of his shows, laughed at every single thing that he said. She wanted to do stand-up herself, so he was funny about it. He's like, she went up and did a few minutes. She was awful, but he was just really real with her. He's like, but she always knew where she was. She always knew whether she was good or bad. She knew what a great joke was. And and he kind of lived by her. If he was doing a trans joke and she was laughing her ass off, it's a funny, great joke, and get over yourself. And
right.
she ended up passing away. And so it was a really really moving thing. Like he talked about his friendship with her that he'll keep forever, and so he's like, so I'm going to keep doing these jokes because they're funny, and I'm not trying to offend anyone.
Speaking to the student backlash, Chappelle said these kids didn't understand that they were instruments of artistic oppression. The more you say I can't say something, the more urgent it is for me to say it.
Yeah.
So now instead of featuring his name, Chappelle said at the event that the venue will be called the Theater for Artistic Freedom and Expression.
Oh, that's funny.
After the initial Duke Ellington backlash in November, Chappelle actually returned to the school to discuss the controversy around his special with nearly 600 students. He was met with a frosty reception, accused of endangering trans lives, and told he was handling the storm of criticism like a child.
Wow.
What? Chappelle is Duke Ellington's most famous former student and has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the school and has brought various actors and comedians to the campus, including Bradley Cooper and Chris Tucker. Are you kidding me?
I'm glad he's keeping it into perspective because, like as you say, the worst thing a comic can have is when they go on stage and there's 200 people and 198 are laughing and there's 2 just staring at you, and all you do is focus on the 2 that's staring at you. I mean, obviously, like Dave Chappelle is like one of the best comics in the world. So if out of those, the thousands of students in the school, I'm glad he's focused on most of them and didn't like pull the plug on it all, because I could see him be like, all right, fine, I'm gonna like go give my money to Levittown School District.
I just think it's ridiculous that they say that he was endangering trans lives, and then he was handling the storm like a child. Meanwhile, these are children saying this to him. Students. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. I really think it's ridiculous. All right, Andy Plajanos. As long as a comedian is focused on what is funny and doesn't try to change anyone's mind, you can make a joke about anything. If the comedian truly believes what they're saying, it's not great. Yeah, all right. I'll agree with that. He also says it is a boys' club. Tony struggled to name 10 female comics. He would have no problem rattling off dudes. There are rarely females at mics or on shows.
Yeah, but in fairness,
I don't know if I agree with that.
In fairness to the situation, I really don't think it's because club owners are saying, "Oh, the women showed up today. Fuck." I mean, I don't think they're trying to. I don't think it's the same thing as like when you go, years ago when we went to go get an executive job and they wouldn't even let the women interview. Right. I think like James is thrilled when women show up and he tries to help them out. If you're funny, like you have to be funny. Just because you have a vagina doesn't mean you get to be put on stage. You have to be really funny.
There are definitely more male comics
because there are more male comics.
Right. I'm not saying right. It's not like it's not like years ago where Sinatra had his Rat Pack and the girls weren't allowed in.
Right.
It's just there are more boys than girls.
Yeah. But no one wants to go out. No women. Not a lot of women want to go out like Wednesday night to a open mic in the. We don't feel like it.
There are more guys and girls, but the girls are welcome. They're part of the group. There are always, every single weekend, whether it's 1 or 5, there are definitely girls here every weekend performing.
Yeah, and I don't think they're made to feel weird. I think they're completely welcomed. But my perspective is this joint here. So I don't know what our clubs are like, but I could tell you that you're not gonna see that here.
Plajano says when we can stop having shows billed as the ladies of comedy, then it isn't a boys' club anymore.
Yeah,
but I'll disagree with that too.
But it's the ladies of comedy that are billing it that way.
Right. That's exactly what it is. It's just when they say things like the ladies of comedy, that's just to promote their show. They're giving it a title. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn because I'm not a girl. I don't know. We absolutely need to have this conversations For Christ's sake, there are still people that don't realize All in the Family was making fun of Archie Bunker and his ilk. Yeah, all right, I'll agree with that too.
Yeah.
George Jefferson was the same thing. They were making fun of George Jefferson and his ways. There are more males and females because it is a boys' club.
There are more males and
disagree with
females
that.
because the guys, it's what they like to do. That's what they like to do. I don't like even my friends in my 20s and 30s. We didn't feel like going out and doing shit like that.
Are you saying that
You saying they're made to feel bad for going out? I don't think they are.
Are you saying that the girls don't show up because it's a boys' club? I just don't see that. And he says Governors is not a great sample for everything that is going on. All right, so I guess he is saying that it's different here at Governors. But again, your Governors brings in all these great female comics, like the headline. So it's one thing to say Governors is not a good sample because Governors is in tune with the local scene and they bring in their local comedians, but they're usually in the giggle room or they might host something. But I'm talking about the headliners here at the main club. Again, Eileen Bremis. You have Eleanor Carrigan.
Yeah, if they want to do it and they're good, they're going to be able to. It's kind of like, all right, it's kind of like Andy. I mean, it's kind of like going into the military. If you have, a bunch of people signing up to go into the military, if you have like 100 people and 50 of them are men and 50 of them are women, maybe 10, maybe 20 men want to go into the military, but maybe 2 women do. Like we don't want. I've no want to pick up a gun and shoot someone, but there are a lot of guys that they love that stuff. They go to the range. They play. Because I have 2 boys. They paintball. I don't know. I never wanted to play paintball when I was a kid. So it's like I just think if they want to do it and they're good at it and they show up, they'll be on stage.
Well, yeah, but and I think we're getting off topic too. This isn't a matter of boys and girls. We're talking about, people being offended, and
yeah. But anyway, I appreciate Andy saying this. And there's nothing that, there's nothing that is cooler to me than a guy sticking up for women.
Well,
come on, Andy.
Andy wants to call. Wow, Sally's opening the phone lines.
I open anything to Andy. That was a softball, huh?
Wow. Like you haven't already, you slut.
Does he know the number?
I think he knows the number.
Okay.
In the meantime, Rowan Atkinson, who's one of my favorites, he claimed that it's comedy's job to offend.
Yes.
Now, he's British, too. It does...
Mr.
Right.
Bean, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, what's happening?
Sally has heard your voice. She's now leaving.
Why?
Yeah, 'cause she feels like it's Friday now.
Right.
Oh, yeah. We can't be in the same room at the same time.
She can take out.
So,
even just my voice.
I totally dig that you're sticking up for women, but do you really think
I'm not
there'll be like a
this,
funny comic, like a funny
I am not
comedian
sticking up for women.
Up?
Let me make that completely clear. This has not. I don't.
Oh well, then I'm hanging up right now.
This is just empirically what is true. Okay, I've had multiple conversations with female comics who do not feel comfortable at mics.
Are
they get upset
funny?
because they don't get. They're funny enough. They're just as funny as the schmucks who are being booked or who are showing up at the mics. If not funnier.
But why are they not comfortable? The boys aren't doing anything to make them feel uncomfortable.
Yes, they are.
How?
They're living in this society that we were born into. Now, I'm not saying that we have this ultimate responsibility to change that. We should.
Well, you kind of do. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. As human beings, we should. But
Freeberg is watching.
We are already in this machine, and the thing is, you guys are saying all stuff that are like that feed that machine. Like just because there are female headliners that get booked at Governors is not at all. It and they do a good job. This is kudos to Governors. I think more than anything.
Yeah.
Is that. You seeing shows and shows that are booked and everything is primarily, would you agree, Governors?
Yeah, definitely. I would say 90-something% of the
Right,
shows
so
I've seen are governors. Yes.
That's
Oh
gonna
yeah, my
skew your-
perspective is probably 100% governors. I don't.
Right. So I'm telling, like, if you see some of the shows that the comedians that you're friends with on Facebook, really look at who's on the shows, who's featuring, who's headlining, how many people are on the show, and how many of them are women. And you're going to be really disappointed.
Right. No, I understand that, but
Pool of women
Because
pick
it's a
from.
boys' club, though. Which producers, like, you only have one-off producers, like Comedy Wives, which is great, Kathy Arnold and
Carla.
You know, that's fantastic, but they don't really have a regular show at, like, the Giggle Room. You have Butera has a regular show at the Giggle Room. Dylan will have and they're all these male comics, and it just feeds itself.
Right.
Like, it's not nobody's doing it on purpose. I'm not saying anybody's like
Right. No, I got that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's not a boys' club. It's just more. There's just more guys and girls. That's what I'm saying.
And frankly, I just don't think.
But that you stop. But if you stop there, why are there more boys and girls? It's not because guys like to be funnier than girls.
Because they like to
There's
do it more.
Tons of chicks out there. No, that's not true. I
It is.
disagree.
If Carla wanted to have a show in the Giggle Room, I don't even think of Carla as like the female comedian. If Carla wanted to like have a show in the Giggle Room, she would have the show in the Giggle Room.
I've had this discussion with Carla. You guys should talk to Carla about this.
Okay.
Because you're using her as an example, and and Kathy, I'm going to tell you right now, they are going to be saying basically the same thing, or they're going to be more aggressively explaining that it is a boys' club. It absolutely is.
Okay. All right.
And and that's not like I didn't make it that way. You guys didn't make it that way. But it just is that way. And the military thing, look at how hard the women had to fight to get into
absolutely.
the military.
I mean,
They're
absolutely.
still talking about that.
And I get that. I totally get that. You know, women have. It's just a shit sandwich in the military.
And even people who were born males are not allowed to fucking go and fight for the country. You know what I'm saying? Like up until very recently, and even then during the last administration, they canceled that. You weren't allowed.
Right.
And that the government, so to say that and we see that as like it's the establishment, so we don't put a name on it. So it's like, oh, that's just how it is. But it is a boys' club.
Yeah, I mean, I do get that the military is a boys' club, and I absolutely understand that. I was only using the military as an example because in the sense that I think boys want to go to war more than girls do.
But that's my.
And that's how I kind of felt about comedians. Like, I just don't think there are that many female comedians that really want to do open mic after open mic all day. Like you guys, like when you first start. Like it's shocking to me how many open mics you'll hit in like one night. Like I don't have any female friends that are like, yeah, I can't wait to get back out there.
Well, all good.
But you're only running into all of the comedians who are doing this because of your involvement at Governors.
Right.
Yeah. But
so like you're just because you're friends. Like listen, before me, I didn't have many friends who had tried stand up, like dudes or females.
Right.
So I don't think it gets into a bit of a slippery slope. But through my conversations with female comics, their opinions on it, which is what their truth is, what they're living through, it's
more difficult.
It's tough for them. It's very tough for them. Way tougher. I think even Pescatelli didn't she mention something about it even during your interview with her?
Did she?
Yeah. Now that you say that, I remember that. Yes, she did.
Yeah, like I mean, it's all well and like it's fine to like have a perspective on this, but the people who are living through it, like I believe them. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Like, because I'm not even talking about me or my opinion. I'm talking about what's actually happening.
I take it back. No, it's good. It's nice to hear that perspective.
And I mean,
you know what I've seen? I've seen the producers around here, like people that produce shows on the other side of it. It's usually a guy.
Yep.
But in fairness to them, I've heard them say, I can't find, like, I'll throw it out there and be like, hey, woman comedian, do you want to, and they're busy. There's not that many of them to choose from. So, like, even the ones that want to, like, make it 50-50, they can.
No, even if they would like to, but a lot of those guys also have, like, these horrible reputations, whether true or not, but horrible reputations of being creeps.
Oh.
He's talking about Butera.
Oh, yeah. I was too.
No, not at all, Butera.
I was kidding.
Oh, he's talking about himself.
John's like...
No, but it's like, and you, like what I said about the Ladies of Comedy thing. Look at who produces most of the shows that say Ladies of Comedy. It's dudes.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Right.
Very rarely do you have, you do have female producers trying to have shows of female comics because they're trying to get into that boys club, to break the boys club down. That's why that's happening, which is great, but it'll be great when we don't have to say things like the ladies. Could you imagine a fucking flyer that said the men of comedy?
Right.
It would be ridiculous. People would be like, right, and what else?
I think we were actually have been saying the same thing, because my point was, like you mentioned the Army, like they deliberately kept women out.
Yes.
You know,
right.
So but that's not what I don't think that's what we're saying here. We're just saying because there's more men, it's harder for the women to get in or to do get.
Well, because it's still a boys club.
Right, but it's a boys club, but not in the sense that they're being kept out.
Well, they are though. Whether it's like fully
purposely.
Intentionally or not.
Yeah,
right, that's my point.
In the military, they are.
In the military, they are, but not in comedy. That's what I'm saying. So I do think we're kind of saying the same thing.
No, in the military, they're trying to normalize women
now
in the military.
But there was
and comedy now. They've been trying to do it. You say Joan Rivers. Oh my God! Listen to a couple of interviews with Joan Rivers.
Right. That's what I said. In her day, it was different. It was different.
Well, no. What you used that and Rosie O'Donnell and everything is like, and then you included Eileen Bremis and with the list. And
I said both. I was saying that it was harder for Joan Rivers back in her day when she was getting started, but
it's still hard. It's that's like just
but not
because
intentionally.
It was hard back then doesn't mean it's not hard now.
But not
it's
intentionally.
a different type of hard.
But Andy's saying it is intentionally. Like it is intentionally done right now.
It's just not like you just don't have.
It's better. It's
every
just
now
still there.
I've had discussions with producers, and not necessarily John Butera in this case, where they're looking for female comics, but they're only looking for one female to put on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's not like they're just trying to check a box, which is
like
just as
complicit
as not, you know? So, that's all.
Yeah, thanks. No, I appreciate all that.
That's all I said.
Thanks, Andy. Oh, we should do trivia.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'll get off. So, or should I stay on and go in real time so people know I'm not Googling things?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, yeah. While since you're here, you got time. You're good.
Yeah, I got fucking time. I'm at work, but not shit is going on. So.
I guess that's good. I guess.
Ken Friedberg is watching.
Ken Friedberg is watching. Ken Friedberg is watching.
Ken Friedberg is watching.
We're just going to tell a quick story. So, some of you might remember there used to be a show in here, punk rap with MJ. MJ is a close friend of ours. Her parents are close friends of ours.
Yeah, her parents are like, really
and
some of our best friends.
This sounds like Key Party level.
That's right. Woohoo! Her parents recently moved, or they're in the process of moving, and I get a text the other day from MJ's dad. It's a picture. And he says, here's a picture of me with my new next-door neighbor. And it's Ken Friedberg.
I know.
I'm like, what the flying fuck? What the?
I'm so happy for both of them because they're just, like, to have, like, two great families live right next to each other.
It was just so weird. What are the chances? So,
and, Ken, if you're still listening, it was one of the cute stories. It was, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago, Helen, their friend, was... she was just, looking at, the new house and getting measurements and stuff. And they're big animal lovers. And they just recently lost their dog who was like, I think 792 when it died. It was like, how old was Parker? He was like so old. But she's like, oh, great news. I actually looked, and over the fence I could see a dog. And, you know, of course, one of the things that I always think about Ken Friedberg is he always seems to have like the coolest golden retriever on the face of the earth.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was Ken Friedberg's hair.
No.
She thought it was a dog.
No.
He's got that George Washington thing going on with the big puffy burst of white hair.
No, he doesn't.
No?
No, you don't have George Washington
I'm joking.
hair.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
See, I'm joking. Nobody should get offended. Fremder, transpose, transmit, transmission, transfer, transistor, radio, translucent, transaction, Transylvania, Transworld Airlines, Transformers. Get over it, he says. Wow.
Andy said
Get over
stop
the Transformer?
reading
Yes.
Fremder.
What happened?
Andy said to stop reading Fremder.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
did not.
we hold in our hands this week's Tuesday trivia. The way this works, we're going to ask some random trivia questions. Sally and I are going to take turns. We're going to try and stump each other. We're going to try and stump you guys. We're going to try and stump this guy on the phone. We're going to ask all the questions without the answers. Then we go back to the beginning and ask the questions again. Read each other's answers. Go over your answers and give the correct answers. There's no theme to this. There's no prizes. There's no nothing. It's just for fun. Gives us a chance to make fun of you for your bad answers. Please, in the comment section, put your answers in. And, of course, this is on YouTube. Go to YouTube and put in your answers so we can read them. All right. With that, question number 1, Sally O'Neill.
What country, so that's what I'm looking for, which country? Color photography, the hypodermic syringe, the guided torpedo, and the stethoscope was invented in what country?
That's a good one.
Thank you, Andy.
What were the items?
I like when he's on the phone. I like the positive reinforcement.
What were the items invented again?
Color photography,
Yeah.
hypodermic syringe, the guided torpedo, the stethoscope was invented in what country?
I'm going to say England.
I'm going to say Germany.
All right. Here's a nice easy one. Which Hollywood hunk first gained recognition playing a cowboy hitchhiker in the 1991 movie Thelma and Louise?
Oh, we keep talking about this. Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
What? Oh, did I ask this already?
No,
Yeah.
but over the last couple of
He's
weeks,
come
there's
up
been
a
a lot
lot.
of Brad Pitt and like where he started and how old he is and blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
What is the fattiest human organ?
I'm glad you asked that.
Apparently, the one she's been using
Sitting
is
on
not
today.
fat enough.
I'm going to say the heart
Ooh.
because I don't know if this is like total mass or by what do you call it?
Percentage of
Percentage?
it. Yeah.
Uh,
Like what percentage of this organ is fat?
the butt would be a muscle, not an organ, right?
Well, yeah, correct.
All right, I'll agree with Andy then. I'll go with heart. Great band. Who was the first magazine to publish a hologram on its cover? Was it Rolling Stone, National Geographic, or Popular Science? The first magazine to publish a hologram on its cover. Rolling Stone, National Geographic, Popular Science.
I'm going to go with Rolling Stones. And I think it's, do you think it's that guy from the MTV video?
What in the world are you talking about? Max Headroom?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going with Rolling Stone.
All right.
Um,
Wait a minute. Did we lose him?
No.
I think we did. He's not saying anything.
Oh, sorry, my cheek hit the mute button
His fatty
because I was about
fatty
to fall
cheek.
asleep. Falling asleep. So
Falling asleep. Oh, sorry.
So Rolling Stones, National
Nat Geo.
Geographic.
Rolling
Nat Geo.
Stones.
that's where I'm going.
That's a band.
Shut up.
Okay.
Also a lyric.
Well, true.
Oh, this is kind of topical because we were talking about women. Which of these weren't invented by a woman? It's a multiple choice. So which
Oh,
wasn't
very
invented by a woman?
was not.
The fire escape, the windshield wiper, caller ID call waiting, central heating, the black box flight recorder. Want me to do them again? Black box flight recorder, central heating, caller ID call waiting, windshield wiper, the fire escape.
I'm going to say windshield wiper.
Wasn't invented by a woman.
Was not, yeah.
I'm going with the black box.
The black box.
Everybody needs
Rachel.
Everybody needs
being non-PC.
A good black box. In what year did Saddam Hussein become president of Iraq? Did I ask this last week too?
No.
No? Was it 1979, 1989, 1999?
79.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
What three colors make purple?
Well, of course you got your red and your blue.
Yeah, I just thought it was only red and blue, so I'm confused. Red and blue.
Blue and probably I'm going to go, what do you call it? I'll say yellow.
Red.
Sort of the dark horse.
All right, I'll agree with that.
Well, you can't just agree with everything I'm saying.
Yes, I can, because you always get them right.
That's not true.
Well, you get most of them. You got more than me. A buccula. B-U-C-C-U-L-A. A buccula. A buccula. I'm going with buccula.
Wait. I got it. What, how do you
Buccula?
spell this?
B-U-C-C-U-L-A.
Buccula.
Buccula. What is it?
Yeah.
What is a buccula? What is it?
Buccula. Well, bucco a lot of times is mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say like sputum or some type of phlegm. A test for your phlegm. I don't know. Right? Mouth?
It's definitely something of mouth, facial.
Like a muscle in your face or something, or a nerve in your face, a buccal nerve. Good question.
Thanks.
Now I'm mad.
Oh, Carol's late to trivia. Sorry, Carol.
Carol.
We're 8 questions in. Sorry.
All right, should I keep going?
Well, I'm awaiting an answer from our expert.
Sorry, I accidentally hit that mute thing again. As I'm running my tongue through my mouth, I'm thinking it might be that little, because I don't know the name of it. That little big. It's not the frenulum.
The uvula, the little tongue in the back of your mouth.
No, on the bottom of the lip, the bottom lip, connects the chin, I guess, or jaw to the lip.
Why is
that's the frenulum?
Why is Kirsten?
No, you know what? You're right, because that's the tongue, the bottom of the tongue.
Why is Kirsten?
Right.
Why is Kirsten telling Carol that trivia didn't start yet when we're 8 questions in?
She probably.
Is she watching yesterday's show?
Maybe.
I hope we're on.
Yeah, no, you guys are on. I'm watching. And you told you.
All right, let's read. All right, okay.
So what's Andy's answer?
Well, I'm gonna say that little piece of skin in the mouth that attaches the jawbone, the front of the jawbone, to your lip, your mouth.
I'm going to say a muscle in your face.
All right.
And I covered this a little yesterday. What are the 2 states that you can't pump your own gas in? There are 2 in America.
Jersey's one of them.
Jersey, yeah. What was the other one?
Huh. I want to say it's going to be somewhere down south. It's my guess. I want to say Alabama.
I'm going with Tennessee.
Alabama or Alaska? I have to coin flip this. I'm going to say Alabama. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think there are enough people in Alaska to pump each other's gas.
Well, they wouldn't want you to get out and put yourself into danger. Is where kind of my thought was.
Yeah,
on that.
What famous singer-songwriter met his future wife when he was working as a nightclub bouncer and threw her out for fighting?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
What famous singer-songwriter met his future wife when he was working as a nightclub bouncer and threw her out for fighting?
So we need a singer-songwriter that's big enough to be a bouncer, and he married a scrappy wife. All right, let's see. Who would be...
Funny, because I kind of want to say Post Malone because he has that bouncer vibe.
What decade was the singer-songwriter popular?
Oh, no. This is sort of a trick question in a way. It's Bruce Springsteen. It's just hippie.
No.
Okay.
Well...
Wow. You shut him right down.
Well, he was married to an actress at first.
Okay.
And they quickly got divorced, and then he married Patty just because she's a musician. He was working as a bouncer.
Well, I'm going singer-songwriters that I knew who worked as a bouncer. It's kind of more of the...
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What decade? Is it like Bruce Springsteen where it's, 4-5 decades?
I'm not divulging that information.
Oh.
Look at you. Way to stand up for yourself in this ladies' club you found yourself in.
Not true.
And I know them.
It's a famous singer-songwriter, yes. My cheek's hitting the mute button.
I'm not. No, I'm letting Sallie think and not distracting her with my dulcimer tones.
Singer-songwriter. That usually singer-songwriters are 20 pounds and they sit on a stool.
Right.
Every singer-songwriter is short and little. Billy Joel.
Well, that's why I say the boss. The boss, singer-songwriter, and I know that the same clubs that he played in are the same ones that he would bounce at. Like I say, how he worked out getting spots.
Phil Collins.
Wow, Phil Collins is a little guy.
Yeah.
They're all little. Every single one of them are like little twerps.
Actually, Bruce is kind of short himself. All right, next
he's
question.
He's short, but he's a stout dude.
Yes, I agree with that.
Nice butt.
Oh.
I'd fuck him. He's famous.
Get the money, sure.
What percentage of women prefer shoe shopping over sex?
Wow.
I think we did this question once.
Really?
I'm going to say 75.
Yeah, that was. I was going to say 70s or 80s, and to be different than Tony, though, I'm going to say 80.
All right. How can high heels affect a woman's orgasm?
Well, if you stick it up there far enough, I guess. I mean, I'm not an expert, is what I'm saying. I'm going to say it's going to be something weird, like it immobilizes the foot and there's like a nerve and blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to say it increases the orgasm. Makes it...
Oh,
I'm
so
say
what
it makes
the
it
question's
better.
asking?
Yeah. Yeah, because you know, like when you, well, you don't know, but when Rebecca's having an orgasm and she's got like the Barbie feet, like her toes point down, and that's the same position as the high heel.
Spoiler alert, but the type of porn I watch, I'm always looking at their feet and their faces at the same time. So yeah, it looks like it hurts.
Tony doesn't know what to say.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, was
He
that?
wishes he could say some stuff.
Yeah. So now we're. Yeah.
Oh, so that's it, right?
That was
Okay,
it,
yeah.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, that was it.
See, look at that. Fire right through them when it's me, Sally.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Carol, listen closely. What country? Where was I? Color photography, the hypodermic syringe, the guided torpedo, the stethoscope was invented in what country?
Andy said Germany. I said England.
Are you rolling back to see what anyone says?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you did already? Okay. Yeah, the answer is Ireland.
Ooh.
Ireland, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 See, your people do things other than get drunk.
Yeah, they do.
That was before whiskey was invented.
That's true. Which Hollywood hunk first gained recognition playing a cowboy hitchhiker in the 1991 movie Thelma and Louise? Everybody got it. Brad Pitt. That was a.
It was a gimme.
Yep.
What is the fattiest human organ?
Fattiest?
Fattiest.
Fremder says the fattest part for some people would be their head. I heard some are filled with hot air.
I will say that it would be my liver if we were just talking about me.
It's just your personal.
They call me foie gras at my doctor's office.
I know. I remember it was like a few summers ago, and I was like talking to my liver, please just hang in there through August. We only have one more summer month.
Is it heart?
No, it isn't.
Oh, what is it?
Fremder got it.
What?
It's the brain.
Oh, really?
The brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be my next. That would have been the second one I would have.
Yeah. Your brain contains cells, nerves, fibers, arteries. It also contains fat, and it's the fattiest organ in the body. Nearly 60%, 60 of it is fat.
Fremder wasn't even trying to get it.
I know.
Wow.
You just waltzed right into it.
Who was the first magazine to publish a hologram on its cover? Was it Rolling Stone, National Geographic, Popular Science?
Stones.
Sally said Rolling Stone. Andy said National Geographic. Fremder said Penthouse. Andy's right. It's National Geographic.
Really?
Really?
What was the picture?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I remember it. It might have been like when I was like a kid or teenager.
And you're like, wow, groovy, man.
Yeah, I was just trying to get it open as fast as I could so I could start feeding off. But
to like some giraffe.
no, because that's titties. That was the only place you
right. I forgot about
legit could get titties.
Yeah, I forgot about the native.
The native Indians?
Boobies. Yeah.
So it might have been a hologram of a titty.
Yeah, I remember
That'd
all
be
the
cool.
boys in elementary school like hanging out by the National Geographics all the time during library.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I don't remember any of that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Which of these was not invented by a woman? The fire escape, the windshield wiper, caller ID call waiting, central heating, the black box flight recorder.
It's funny because the more I think about this, and the more I would have wanted to have said.
You could change.
The heat.
Central air.
Central air?
Central heat, yeah.
All right. Andy says central air. I say the black box. Brendan Burt says caller ID. That's it.
Tony's correct.
The black box.
Nice.
The black box.
They have a black box. They didn't invent it. God invented the black box.
I got
put on
screwed up
National
with
Geographic.
Yeah. It's the naked black boxes. They're great. But there actually was a movie about the guy with the windshield wipers, and I think I remembered that his wife there was a woman that figured prominently. So that's why I started thinking about that.
They made a movie about the guy who invented the windshield wiper?
Yeah, and was trying to sell the intermittent windshield wipers that you could have different speeds and have it work and whatnot.
Oh. In what year did Saddam Hussein become president of Iraq? 79, 89, 99. You guys said 79. So did Brendan Burt. Yes, you're all correct.
Yeah.
What three colors will make purple?
Andy and I both said red, blue, yellow.
And you would be wrong.
Well, Brendan Burt says red, orange, blue.
Wrong.
Andrew Fremder says red, blue, and purple.
Nope. Fremder said that.
Yeah. What is it?
Red, blue, and white.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man, that was the first thing I thought of too. Shit.
Okay, so what is a buccula?
God, I know this. It is like a
Buccula.
mucus.
No, it'd be wouldn't it be? There's two C's, so it would be buccula.
It's
No, like
some
ossobuco,
phlegm
like-
test.
Yeah.
It all has to do with the jaw mouth kind of area for sure.
A buccal test. I've heard it. What is it? I can't take it anymore.
Let me see if anybody else. Something you said. What? Okay, so it is. It's a double chin.
Really?
Oh, it's a double chin.
Well, everyone has one, right?
No.
Well, if you're trying to make them feel good, yeah. Oh no, everybody's got that.
What are
And
the?
you're just like planting your chin in your chest. See, look at my buccula.
That's funny though. It's like what, this section?
I guess so.
All right. What are the two states that you can't pump your own gas?
Andy said New Jersey and Tennessee. No, sorry, New Jersey and Alabama. I said New Jersey and Tennessee. Carol said New Jersey and Maryland.
Nope.
Maybe some of those hippies up in Vermont. That's the other. I can't remember getting gas in Vermont.
Brendan Burt says Jersey and Hawaii. Fremder says definitely somewhere down south. I'm pumping gas right now. And then John Ruziello says hello. Hello. And he says happy Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day. You too, pal. Okay, what do you got?
Oregon.
Oregon.
Yep.
Wow.
Hippies.
Yep.
Bastards.
Damn hippies.
What famous singer-songwriter met his future wife when he was working as a nightclub bouncer and threw her out for fighting? Sally said Phil Collins. Andy said Bruce Springsteen. Carol says Post Malone worked at a Chicken Express here in Grapevine. Don't think it's him. Brendan Burt says Tom Jones. Andrew Fremder, Shari Lewis, and Lamb Chop. I like that.
Yeah, Lamb Chop was a mean bouncer.
All right, well, nobody got it right.
Oh.
The answer is Garth Brooks.
Right.
His wife, Sandy, was in the nightclub ladies' room when she threw a punch at the jealous ex-girlfriend of a man she had dated, and her hand got stuck in the wall. Brooks, who was the bouncer and a college student at the time, freed her hand and threw her out of the club, and then they began dating. Well, there you go.
Huh. Well, it's country. It doesn't count.
Really, that didn't really happen. That's just the story in one of his songs.
Right. Yeah. There's no way of telling that's true.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
What percentage of women prefer shoe shopping over sex?
I missed a few answers. First, for the last question, Carol Miner said Plagianos rhetoric. Brendan Burt said it was Danzig. Sorry about that. So ask your question again. I'm sorry.
What percentage of women prefer shoe shopping over sex?
I said 75. Andy said 80.
Yeah, you guys have like bad self-esteem.
Brendan Burt said 65.
It was higher than I thought, but you guys are 37.
37.
That's
Wow.
not, yeah.
37 in a row?
Yeah.
How can high heels affect a woman's orgasm?
How do you spell that buccular thing again?
Buccula.
I just think it's something else, too.
Brendan Burt says increases something to do with foot nerves. Carol Miner says she can stab them in the eye as a finisher. Wow.
Wow.
You're ready for Long Island comedy.
Andy said depends on how far you stick it in. It actually has something to do with the foot nerves. What did you say what the answer was?
That it increased
yeah, it
orgasm
intensifies. I
pleasure.
guess the rest of mine, I guess, would be that it intensifies because I realized my answer didn't particularly answer the question.
Certain high-end shoe brands developed an arch in their high heel shoes to approximate the arch in a woman's pelvis when she's having an orgasm. The heels create a contraction in the pelvic floor, which is problematic because the pelvic floor then cannot contract further during an orgasm.
Right.
So it prevents it?
An orgasm is usually like going from 0 to 60. If you're already at 55 from wearing heels, you're not going to have the full experience.
Oh, that sucks.
Hmm.
No more high heels.
Yeah, the opposite.
See, I'm not going to be able to wear more high heels. That's it.
But
gonna
socks
have to
will help.
throw all my
That's
high
right.
heel
Socks.
shoes out.
Right. Just wear socks. He's right. All right. The Jerry Lahane says, "Got me." Beansy is complaining he missed trivia. Well, why do you tune in at noon?
Yeah.
Tune in at 11. Damn it! All right. So once again, Andy kicked ass.
I didn't do that well.
No, you really didn't do that well this week.
Yeah.
See that? See that? Is that see? Real time.
No, but this
Andy
is
on the
always.
phone.
I did as well on this as I normally do.
No, you
No,
usually
you
do better.
didn't. You got.
Yeah. Occasionally, you'll ask something that's completely in my wheelhouse.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 questions right this week. No, you're usually good for like 80 to 90%.
No.
Yes.
No, I think
yes.
you'll find.
Nope. Wow. I think we just proved that Andy's been cheating all this time.
Definitive evidence is here.
Well, nice job. And so what's the story? Why are you not joining us this week? Where are you going?
Why are you flat
it's
leaving
the-
Tony on Friday?
I'm flat leaving Tony because it's the last day of school.
that was it.
Yeah,
That's right. You
that's
told
the
me that. I forgot.
best when they all come out and they're all cute. They all have their
Yeah.
backpacks filled with stuff.
They're not cute during the rest of the year?
They're especially
No,
cute
no,
on the
they're not.
last day.
And we've been really working this year, all of the parents at my bus stop, on our dance routine for when they do come.
Oh, that's
home.
hilarious.
Really?
I threaten every year that I'm going to choreograph something for us.
Did you?
No.
Oh,
That would be pretty funny.
You should do
Everybody
it.
could barely move in my neighborhood, including me.
Oh.
Us waving is the fucking dance enough.
Oh, Beansy says he was getting massage from a nice Asian woman. That's why he's late in watching us today. Wow. That's what he said.
Good for him.
God, this guy gets his meals cooked and fed to him, and he gets
By
massages
his
from
wife,
Asian
his
women.
mother, and mother-in-law,
Oh,
and then
my God.
he brings Asian women over to massage him.
This guy's got it made.
Yeah, and he's just like dead looking them in the eye as he's getting the massage. Just like it was forced dominance. I joke about with Billy all the time is that when we're talking and one of us like has like more knowledge about something, that it's like the top dog is just like humping a thing and is staring directly in the eyes of the other one.
Yep.
Like showing the alpha in that situation.
Are you trying to just tell us that you hump things around Billy and you stare at him?
Yeah, I make Billy watch me hump things. Poor guy.
Oh, Beansy says he's getting the massage right now as we speak.
Well, go
Nice.
enjoy your massage. Don't be with us.
I know. I was going to tell him to call in, but I don't want to hear him orgasm on the phone.
No.
It's a light touch, right? Light touch massage. That's what you have to. That's
Yeah, I'm not. I hate
the magic words.
Yeah, I hate
thing.
the hard the.
Oh,
the
wait.
heavy
Andy's
touch,
saying
the-
that's the code for...
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Touch my pippy. Light touch?
Light touch, yeah.
I just used to say, "You gonna, yeah." That's what I used to.
You gotta use your hand.
Yeah, I would make the motion, the jerky motion, and be like, "Eh."
Mr. Happy wants to vomit. Hopefully in your mouth, but I get it. If you're not cool with that, I'm just saying it'd be better.
Carol
So
says she
Mr.
hasn't.
Miss Happy's also saying that.
Carol says she hasn't heard the term flat leaving in a long time.
Oh, yeah. We still say it.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. You flat left
Flat
me.
leave, or got mad at somebody. Flat lever, don't leave. You flat lever.
That's one of my favorite kind of regional
Yeah.
slang things. Because like out west they have in like Northern California, hella. they modify everything with hella.
Yeah.
That's hella cool.
Yeah.
That's another one of my favorites. He hella flat left you. Doesn't work. It's two different regions.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Oh, all right.
As a comedian, do these do you get mad like with these guys like these YouTubers or do you get mad with anybody who's not a comedian tries to do like some kind of stand-up comedy show?
Stand-up, particularly, you're talking about, not just try to be funny on something?
When they try to do some sort of comedy, like Governors is they have these soap opera stars all the time, but
Right.
they don't come and try to do stand up. They'll tell funny stories.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what I was trying to get the differentiation because that's totally cool.
Right, but then you get these YouTubers who they try to actually do stand up, and the reason I'm asking is because WFAN, which is a sports radio station, they announced.
Oh, thanks for clearing that up.
Well, just in case anybody didn't know, I didn't mean you.
I'm completely fucking
they announced that Carton and Roberts, who was Evan Roberts, who was on Hershey and the Keegs, they're going to be hosting some comedy shows along with Mets star first baseman Pete Alonso.
Right.
Which to me just spells train wreck all over it. But
it does. But you see these things pop up every now and then, where it's like, it's a great lower level that'll make it all make sense. Remember the Bagel Boss guy?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. So here's this guy who's like, flips out on Pete Najak and Bagel Boss, and he becomes quasi-famous. This is temporarily famous, right?
Right.
And then there's a producer on Long Island who decided that he would try to make bank by having this guy show up. And, the guy was probably like, oh, I don't know what I would do. And probably the producer said to him, oh, why don't you just try to tell some jokes?
Yeah.
So I think that sort of thing, somebody who acquires some sort of fame. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not diminishing Pete Alonso here, but I'm saying it's sort of, this is the larger version of that.
Right.
So they'll probably have some comedians on there, and may even be some comedians
Yeah, well, yeah, because they are doing some local shows here on the island. So yeah, you're right. It might be, and it's a good cause. It's the proceeds are going to the to Homers for Heroes charity.
Never mind. It probably is going to suck. I'm just kidding.
And it has something to do with terminally ill children with cancer. They will put together some give backs, and it's worthy, but just the show value. I'm like, these two guys. I mean, if they want to talk sports and make fun of each other, that could be a fun show if you're a sports fan. And then you throw Pete Alonso in the mix, he's got a big personality. He won't just stand there and mumble, "I hit the ball." Like he'll probably tell some funny stories, from being in the clubhouse and stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah, but it sounds like they're just hosting an event. Like what sucks is what I think you also mean is these people who are only YouTube famous and they're like, I'm going to book Governor.
Yes.
And they pretty much, I don't know if you could call it like everybody's trying to make money, right? And so you can't fault the club for booking.
Oh yeah, I don't fault the club at all. They're filling the seats with asses. I get that.
Yeah,
but
so it almost doesn't matter to them whether it's a comedy show or not. If it's somebody coming in booking a show,
right?
My thing with the YouTubers themselves is, they go out and they do their show, and again, good for the club, but them themselves, it's bad for them because if they come around again, nobody's going to come to see it a second time.
Well, it's funny because we were just having this conversation after the show on Friday night about, and Joe Winchell has this very specific thing about YouTubers and about, especially now post-pandemic, they're all trying to go out and do shows.
Right.
And that they're sucking, and what you're doing is you're just kind of ruining crowds for yourself.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Right.
Because the people, they don't really have fun, and then when they think of what they want to do the next weekend, they're like, I'm just going to go out to dinner.
Yeah, yeah,
well-
like that they're like, oh, a comedy show. Because I've even
Maybe
when
I'll
I
see a
started
movie,
doing comedy,
you know.
yeah, exactly. I want to actually laugh.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it hurts the comedy club.
It does though.
No,
I don't think it does.
No, I don't think in general it does, but it hurts their brand.
Right, because the club, they might have the YouTuber, but then next week they'll bring in Adam Ferrara or
Yeah, you're right.
somebody
Like,
big.
like
So-
if it was like
so people will
if it
go
was
in,
a
or Andy
YouTuber-
Pajanos.
If it was a YouTuber that I was a big fan of, and I went and saw them, that's what you're gonna get. Oh wow, he wasn't all that good. But I probably would the next weekend give it another shot for someone else.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
so the YouTuber is affecting himself.
Yeah.
He he comes around a second time, people are gonna be like, oh, forget that. So
oh
the
God,
club
I
is
fucked up the last time. I thought he was funny, and then I saw him.
Exactly. So, yeah, but this thing, I think Pete Alonso with his name, maybe people won't have high expectations. They just want to see him. And then Carol even says they might even have writers, or like you said, maybe they're just gonna come out and do 10 minutes of bullshit, and then they're just hosting the rest of the time, and they have real comedians. So
if I had to guess, I would say that they would both go up to get like the radio hosts would be on stage together and banter back and forth,
right,
and then introduce people. Yeah,
right.
Past that, I don't think they're trying to like. I got this really good dick joke I want to try out on this crowd.
Right,
yeah.
Carol Miner,
people who hate kid cancer love dick jokes. If there's anything we've learned.
Carol Miner says, wicked cool. Boston Ian. Sallie will love
Wicked.
What?
Yeah, Wicked is another great one.
I see. I didn't know what she was talking about. Okay.
Wicked pisser.
Yeah.
Wicked.
I didn't like them apples. Joe Beansy, $70. $70 an hour ain't bad at all. Plus a table shower. Holy shit, I'm in heaven. What's a table shower? What, they spray you? What? You're supposed to spray them.
I think Joe and his Asian cohort are working on the next pandemic. It sounds like.
And what? Yeah, like Sallie said, what in the world are you commenting when you have all that going on?
Yeah, why are you spending time with us? I wouldn't spend time with us if I was getting a massage.
Fremder, an ex-girlfriend of mine wanted me to pay for her breast implants. When I said no, she flat left me. Oh.
I'm sorry, I think I was leaning on the mute button.
Now Beansy says, oops, time to turn over.
So John's saying that when he's at a masseuse, he just says, $40 more, please.
Yeah.
How much more do you give?
I don't know. I've never actually done it.
They don't. I don't know if there's a set price, or they just say, you got to take care of me, and you tip them a good amount of money. Yeah.
Well, I think
Like
it's more
40?
than the tip.
Yeah, right. What?
Like 40 or more?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe around there somewhere.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what I've never had to pay for it. I'm the uncommon.
Hey,
comic.
you, Andy.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, I get paid.
Fremder says, make her massage your beansies. Yeah, you should charge for the big mustache rides.
Yeah, the big dyed mustache. Yeah.
The big dyed mustache. How's any grays showing up through the dye job yet?
No, and I shaved a good portion of my head.
You did, huh?
Yeah, because my wife was really giving me shit.
Wow.
She's like, no sex till something happens different on your head.
Will the mustache?
Well, not that bad. We're not animals here.
Will you shave the mustache?
I thought about it. I've thought about it several times over the last few years, but no. I think I'm all right.
All right. Brendan Burt, as very green comic, if I wanted to pass the word around, I could get a couple of hundred to a gig. The problem, 3 would show up to the next one. Well, that too, right.
That's everybody's problem, yeah.
Yes,
yeah. You go through your bringer phase, and then if you can survive the beginnings of your non-bringer phase, it's the larger phase of your comedy career if you so choose to keep going with it.
Yep.
But.
Yeah. All right. All right. Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got through the trivia fast. All right. We're gonna head on out.
All right.
Andrew Plajanos, thank you, pal. Thanks for calling in and hanging.
Thank you guys.
fun.
Sorry I'm not going to be there on Friday. These stupid fucking kids, though, you know?
Yeah,
It's a great day, though. You can't miss it. It's like missing a concert.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Right.
Well, we'll be here waiting for you next week.
Okay. Fine.
Fine.
All right. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry Shanghai is just you.
No, not at all. It was
I
cool.
can't type
No.
this shit fast enough.
Thanks, Andy. Talk to you
And the
soon.
delay and everything.
No, it's cool. We'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. My love to you both.
See ya. I'm just trying to win strangers for now, says Ben and Bird. Yeah, well, again, like Andy said, that's everybody. Now Beansy says, take care, all. He's finishing up. Get it? He's finishing up. Hey, Hershey and the Keegs on tonight at 9 o'clock, right? No Joey Petroni tonight.
No, he's got a few DJ jobs.
All right. Hershey and the Keegs tonight at 9. Do they have a guest?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hershey and the Keegs tonight at 9 o'clock. Sallie and I are not here tomorrow. It's Wednesday. But Donversations will be on tomorrow at 7:30. And then I'll be back here on Thursday with somebody. Thursday at 11 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Enjoy your Wednesday.
Summer solstice.
Enjoy your summer solstice.
Stay outside all day long.
Go outside with your iPad, with your tablet, and watch Hershey and the Keegs tonight.
Yep.
And enjoy the long day. All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day.